Now let's look at this quick exercise that we have here, and you'll find this pretty interesting. Here it states that the place value system gives a digit a value based on where it is located within a group of numbers. So let's just explore that. For example, we have 4, and here we have 54, here we have 41, here we have 460, and here we have 4730. And what it is saying is that based on the column here that we have, based on the column where the 4 may falls in, it may carry a different value. So in the first example here, in the first digit we have here is 4, and since it's a single digit, single digits are usually placed in the units column. Okay, so I have a 4 here in my units column. Now to get the true value of this 4, I would have to multiply the digit by the column, the value of the column that it falls in. For example, as I've said, I have 4, so I would take the digit 4 and I'm going to multiply it by the column that it falls in, and the value of that column rather is 1. Now 4 times 1 is equal to 4. Okay, so the value of the digit 4 is 4. Now let's look at another situation. Let's look at another scenario. All right, let's ignore 54. Let's look at 41. Now if I'm going to write 41, if you notice 41, it's 2 digits. Okay, so the first digit here to my right, which is the 1, will fall in the ones column. Okay, first digit there will fall in the, and I'm going to place it here, will fall in the ones column, and the 4 now will fall in the tens column. Okay, now let's check the value of the 4 to see if we get the same value as in part 1 that we had just done right here. So that was part 1. Let's check part 2. Now in part 2, if you look carefully, you're going to ask yourself, which column does the 4 falls in? Now the 4 falls in the tens column, so I must multiply the 4 by 10, and 4 times 10 is equal to 40. Okay, that's good. So you notice the value of the 4 changes based on which column it falls in. All right, now in another example, let's take 460, that digit, that number that we have there. So again, the 0, the number to the extreme right, okay, will fall in the units column here. All right, now you need to note carefully that I don't have a decimal point, because if I had a decimal point and there were numbers to the right of the decimal points, I would have to place them across in this region. All right, so here I am just representing whole numbers on my place value system. All right, good. Now let's take this number, let's continue quickly. So if I'm representing 460, then I would place my 0 in the units column, I would place my 6 in the tens column, and I would place my 4 in the hundreds column. Now let's check the 4. Okay, if you notice, it's the same digit 4 I'm working with, but based on where it is located, it would have a different value. So I'm taking the 4 now, but the 4 falls in which column? The hundreds column. So I have to multiply that by 100. Now when 4 is multiplied by 100, we will get 400. Okay, so here now the value of 4 has changed to 400. So that's what we mean by the place value system. If you notice, based on where the digit is located, it may have a different value. So to sum it up quickly, let me just do a quick summary here. A digit, it doesn't matter, a digit has 3 values. Okay, a digit has 3 values. Number 1, it has a face value. Okay, a face value, sorry. Now the face value, when you look at the digit, what you're seeing is called the face value. For example, when you look at a person, you see their face. Okay, so here when I look at the 4, the face value of 4 was 4. Okay, number 2, we said a digit has 3 values. Number 2, the second value that a digit has, is a place value. Okay, place, that's a place value. And number 3, the third digit, that the third value of a digit is, it has a value. Now a digit has three values: a place value, face value, and a value. Now if you notice carefully, when I took the face value of the 4, which in the exercise earlier, I took the face value and multiply it by the place value. Okay, and the place value is the column that that digit falls in, and that gave me the value of the digit. Okay, and for example, in part 3 I took the face value of, because the face value of the digit was 4 in 460, the face value was 4, and I multiplied it by the place value. And if you notice, in the number 460, the 4 falls in the hundreds column, so I multiply it by the place value, because that's the place that the 4 fell in, and that would be equal to 4 times 100 is 400. So when I multiply the face value of a digit times its respective place value, it will give me the value of that digit. Okay, and that's it. If you have a comment or a question, feel free to ask, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Bye bye.